The title reads Caught my wife Snapchatting an employee from a tennis club we belong to. Why is it always women like cheat on their husband with a tennis instructor or a yoga instructor? Like it always seems to be in those types of sports. And using Snapchat, like, do people still use Snapchat? For me, that's a bit of a red flag. Doesn't matter what age you are, using Snapchat's like, oh, really? See, maybe I'm a bit out of touch because I don't even have TikTok or Snapchat or anything like that. But yeah, she's in her 30s and using Snapchat. Like, that's a no from me. I know like the younger generations, like 18 to 20-year-olds use it, but again, for me, that's still like a no go. Like, don't be using Snapchat. And if she's, hooking up or talking to her tennis instructor again, it's just like, oof, I've heard some horror stories of that in the past. But let's continue. He's 33, his wife is 32. He says, my wife sent an innocent topless picture after our newborn spit up all over her chest. I guess by spit up he means like threw up or something like that. But okay. I went to her to get a live view as any guy would. So I'm guessing she literally just took a photo of their kid throwing up over her chest and he thought, hey, I'm going to have a look at this in person. Okay. Unless I'm like misunderstanding that and I don't understand what spit up is. But when he went there, he saw her phone was still open and I caught a glimpse that the photo may have gotten sent to someone else. So if I understood that correctly, she took basically a topless photo, sent it to the husband, but he looked at her phone. It looks like she also sent it to someone else. That's not good, and that is grounds for immediate divorce, in my opinion. This morning, I got hold of her phone. I was able to look through it and didn't see the person this is on recently sent. So that would have absolutely killed me. So you've seen possible evidence of her cheating. And you have to sleep on it, spend the whole night thinking about it until you could get access to her phone. So that is, oh, that must have been absolutely gut wrenching that whole night's sleep, if you could sleep. I searched your name and the conversation popped up. I was immediately sick to my stomach, went to work to process everything, saw the pictures of. I couldn't do my job, told my boss I had to leave, planning on surprising her and confronting her when I get home. Yeah, when you find out evidence that your woman has been sending pictures to another man, even just having general conversation with another man, yeah, you wouldn't be able to do your job. Like, it would just absolutely kill you. There's no worse feeling for a guy to have someone you trust and someone you can see a future with, especially if it's your wife and they're sending topless pictures to another guy. That is just, there's no worse gut punch than that. But he says, update more information. From what I can tell, they've been flirting for a couple of days. Well, from what you know, right? It's probably been going on for weeks, months, maybe even years behind your back. And it could be with multiple men. He asked her to hook up. So obviously she's given enough um, enough signals to the guy for him to be confident to ask a married woman for a hookup. Like she's obviously been flirting with him enough, sending him enough pictures and enough texts to think, hey, I've got a shot here with this married woman. Um, they exchanged some preferences and talked about what they like sexually. Oh my god, bro, this is sickening. But thank God you found out when you're still 33 and you still have a lot of your life to left. Divorce this disrespectful, unloyal woman right now, brother. They talked about when they could practice tennis together. I think they'd be practicing much more than just tennis, bro. Maybe tonsil tennis. And where they can meet privately. He says more to come. Oof, that is absolutely awful. Not all women are like this. This is just a bad, bad apple, and you need to leave this situation as soon as possible. What is horrible is that they have a newborn, like recently just brought in a little fella into the life, and she's doing this behind your back. If I was you, I'd get a DNA test on that kid because to bring in a child with your partner, that really creates a bond. So for her to do this so soon after having a newborn, kind of making me think that maybe that kid is not yours. Might be especially if the kid's good at tennis. Maybe it is the tennis instructor's kid, but you do see this though, that maybe during the period where she was pregnant and after the baby was born, maybe this guy wasn't around a lot, maybe he wasn't supporting her, and she's just said, "Hey, this guy's not supporting me, he's not looking after me, he's not a good dad. I have free reign to sleep around with someone else because my man's not doing it for me." That'll be her justification. Not saying that's correct, but that's how some women think. Is like, you're not a good husband, you're not a good father to my child, so I'm going to find some strange from someone else. But this guy needs to compile all the evidence, take screenshots, document it, have multiple copies, go to a divorce lawyer and try and end this relationship, end this marriage, sorry, and hopefully you don't get absolutely raked over the divorce courts and you get to see your child. If it is your child, again, get DNA evidence of that, and hopefully she doesn't take you for everything you're worth, because she's obviously been cheating on you. You have this evidence, and leave this situation and live your life and find a woman who's going to treat you better. Anyway, that's all, guys. Cheers. See ya.